Do you have anything you want to share before I ask you a few questions?
Well, first, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having me here. And also, welcome to everybody who's joining. I see a couple of names that I know of, so just welcome. It's nice to see everybody. I live in Los Angeles. I'm from Philadelphia originally. I am a single mom. I have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Cutest.
And I'm also a coach. So I do work in like practical, human, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, but I also work a lot with energy. I'm not a shaman. I don't call myself a shaman, but I have been studying also breath work. So I bring a lot of those energetic and multidimensional experiences and realities into the people that I support.
How are you occupying your days of this time and shelter in place? And are you keeping a routine?
Yes. So I don't feel like I'm bored or restless. I actually have the opposite. So I do have a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. So the 8-year-old is like homeschooling full time. So I'm homeschooling. I am serving clients. I'm showing up and doing stuff like this with you and others. I'm hosting some of my own workshops and virtual breathwork circles and then when my 4-year-old is with me, which is 50% of the time, I'm also homeschooling him. So it's a very different schedule. I do try to stick to something because I notice I feel better. So for
Right.
instance, I usually try to wake up before the kids do so that I can fill my own cup before I start filling them. And I know that like when my oxygen mask is on first, when my tank is full, then I wake up and I'm not irritated. I'm not like, I need to do this for myself. Like I'm actually fulfilled and I can just have more love to share with them. Most of us actually thrive when we have routines and we have structure and we have discipline. And it's not that discipline comes from a place of like rigid
Right.
and hard. It's like discipline comes from a place of being a disciple, which means like you are a disciple to your own vessel and just that thing that is greater than you, so that when you are that disciple, you have more space for spirit to move through you. I also do like to earth in the morning. So it's like going out and putting my feet on the ground to like really remind myself that I'm connected and I'm grounded. I always like to take a shower and get ready for the day, even if I'm just going to be on phone calls with clients and they're not going to see me. There's something that happens when we like shower and we respect ourselves and we clean off the sleep and we bring in the new day. There's choices and there's feedback. What happens for most people is that they don't make a different choice. I made a choice to sleep in and to not take care of myself. And then people wonder why they're not feeling good. And it's like, okay, like let's slow things down and really just look at like what's actually happening. Like that's like really the next question is like, how do I think, slowing down can help us? And I
Right.
feel like we're all being given this massive opportunity to slow down the way we've been operating. It's time to go within. It's time to heal all the upsets that are inside of us, because the more that each of us heal one upset inside of us, the whole of humanity moves forward one more step.
There's so many people that don't want to go within because it's just too tough.
There's been moments throughout my life where it feels like this, beautiful grit of like having a disease when I was a kid and not being able to be diagnosed, and then having a near-death experience and moving through addiction and alcoholism, high functioning, of course, and just all the other things that I've gone through. It's like I always have, even when I was a little kid, I was like, I'm gonna grow from this. And I feel like now, like I'm finally coming full circle with like my podcast, The Beautiful Grit, like some of the workshops I've been hosting. Our grit is the thing that polishes the gem and makes the stone into a gem. And this is like, again, of personal belief, but it's definitely the mission of the work that I do, that whatever grit you're experiencing right now, whether it's anxiety or overwhelm or fear or restlessness or boredom, all of it is alchemy. It's all an opportunity. Alchemy is when you transmute something from, a base metal into gold, or when you
Right.
take something ordinary and turn it into something extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
And we all have the opportunity and the gift to do that right now with whatever way it's showing up in us. There's beauty and love at the core of everything. It's just, how can we slow down long enough to be able to have the conversation and get to the part where that actually is. Fear, at the core of fear is usually there's some type of love. At the core of anger is that you're pissed usually because some boundary has been crossed. So if you come all the way to the bottom of it, it's like there is a part that loves you and wants you to know, like, that's not okay.
I wanted to talk about feeling our feelings right now, and what advice you have for people so that we can let them know that they have permission to feel.
When people have feelings, right? Feelings usually start because of thought forms, and sometimes people might not be aware of what the thought forms are. That's what meditation helps people do, is to start to become silent and sitting and hearing all that nonsense. Those thoughts make you feel a certain way. When those feelings land in your body and they stay there for more than 20 minutes, then they become an emotion, an energy in motion in your body. Then it becomes trapped somewhere in your body. So anxiety, fear in your belly, etc. And then for other people, it just starts to move into all different types of directions. And so there's real things happening in the body, but there's also spiritual and energetic things happening. So, right, if you're feeling a feeling, it's really important to feel the feeling and to clear it out of your body, just like a stomach virus would clear it out. But then it's also important to not stay stuck in it for too long. Block off like 20 minutes, right? Pause and allow yourself to feel it. Feel like where it is in your body. So bringing yourself from your head down into your body and into your heart. And then what are the sensations of it? Ooh, it feels like it's racing, or it feels like it's shaking. And then when you feel into the sensation, if you were to give that sensation a voice, what would it say? Oh, it would say, I'm scared. Okay. And then just kind of having that dialogue back and forth, because this is an aspect of you. It's not you. So instead of saying, I am scared or I am tearful, you just say, I am feeling tearful. And then if you want to take it one little last step, is just do some breath, right? Take a nice deep breath in. 4, 7, 8 breath is a great calming breath. 4, 7, 8 is when you breathe in through the nose for 4, right? So you're like clearing out the mind. Then you're going to hold your breath for 7, which is really teaching your energetic body as well as your physical human body how to create space between stimulus and response. And then you're going to slowly exhale out of the mouth over 8. As you're doing that mouth breath, you're starting to bring yourself down into the body and being in your heart. So you can start to become your own shaman. You can start to become your own healer when you start to be conscious of pulling that energy out and clearing it out of the body. We're being given an opportunity to evolve as a species. I mean, it's a very important time. So if you are noticing upset, use your upset as part of your evolution, because if each of us is doing this evolutionary process, we can start to maybe come a little bit out of the 3rd dimension, which is the human dimension, and start to reside a little bit more in the 4th dimension. 4th dimension is where humans evolve into a place of love. And the more that you can do this, the more that you bring yourself like into wholeness and compassion.
What do you think the average person is missing from their self-care practice? And what do you think some essential things to maintain a practice right now could be at this time?
I really feel like one of the missing pieces in self-care is self-appreciation. So it's like, yes, I'm grateful for the birds chirping. Yes, I'm grateful to be on this with you. But also, like, I appreciate myself for waking up early this morning to actually take care of myself so that I could be a calm mother. Self-appreciation and self-forgiveness are two things that are, I think, overlooked. And I don't think we put enough deposits in that bank account of like all the things you are doing really well.
You have so many opportunities that you're giving people to heal and breathe with you. But where are some places that people can look, or what do you have going on outside of your private practice right now?
Yeah, I have a lot of the free resources on the website. I'm going to be doing some more of these groups, coaching, like energetic groups. So that's,
and then there's the podcast.
Oh yeah, the podcast. Yes. Yeah, that's a great point. If somebody is really struggling with something, and you'd love to be coached through it, sign up. You can sign up for on the link in my bio, and you can be a client. So you'll have like about a 30 to 45-minute coaching session.
This has been so awesome. I love this. First of all, thank you, thank you,
You're
thank you
welcome.
for doing this
You're
with
welcome.
me. And everybody who's here, thank you.